Hey everyone, welcome back to 2 Minutes Tuesday with Bala. This week we are going to look into Azure Bicep resources. Let's get started. Let's start with the declaration. To add a resource declaration, you use the resource keyword. It starts with the resource and the actual name of the resource that you're trying to create, and then the full type with the API version that you're trying to do. And then internally, you will be defining all the resource properties. With that resource name, you could use that in your Bicep file. The naming conventions, that typically the naming conventions are very case sensitive. And then the second one, it can contain letters, numbers, underscores. It cannot start with a number, and you cannot have the same name as parameter, variable, or a module. So you cannot share the same name between these three, because parameter, variable, and modules are three different things. Name and location. Most of the resources will start with a name and a location. In this example, you can see that STG starts with the name my sample storage, and then I'm giving a location as East US. If I need to access that, I could say like stg.name or stg.location. I should be able to access that. So each resource has specific properties that can be used. You can see that there are certain properties like name, location, what is a SKU, and in the SKU there is two more properties, which is like name and what tier it is, and then what kind, which is storage v2, and then properties. Access tier, I'm mentioning it as hot. So resources can have specific properties. In this case, storage has these properties, and if you are creating a VM, that might have a different set of properties. Managed identities, some of the resources might have managed identities, like I spoke as an example. Container services, you could add the managed identity, in this case system assigned, and then the second one, you can see a user assigned identity is being used for the virtual machine. So in that case, I'm creating a user managed identity and then passing that. Multiple resources at once, and also you can do it either parallel or you can do it serial. So most of the time by default it is parallel. So whenever you're creating a loop, it's going to parallelly create all those resources. But if you don't want to do it parallel, then you can use the batchSize, and then you can mention the number, and then it's going to do it in a serialized way. So in this example, you can read through. It is just a storage. I'm just giving a storage account and how many accounts I want, and eventually it's going to lay out so many storage accounts in parallel. Child resources are only available in a specific context. So in this case, storage is there, and I'm just having child resources as file services. The child resources can be defined within the resource group, or it can be defined externally to the resource group and then being pointed to that. So the first one, I'm creating a file services. You can see I'm just giving a default name, and then the same one, like I'm creating a share services in outside, where I'm saying resource share, and then giving the entire path. And then when I'm mentioning the parent keyword, that's how it connects back to the parent, and that's how the relationship is maintained. Hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next week with another topic. Thank you.